Hello, this is Matt Storiani and welcome to another tutorial video. In this video, pag-uusapan natin ang direct substitution as a technique para mag-evaluate ng limits. Kailan nga ba siya nag-work at kailan hindi? First is, limit of a polynomial function. Kapag ang function natin ay polynomial, then pwede natin gamitin ang direct substitution. Dahil ang polynomial function ay hindi naman siya ganon kasensitive. At kapag polynomial ang function, pwede nating sabihin that the limit of f of x as x approaches c is equal to f of c. At narito ang ating example. So, yung function natin, which is 3x plus 2, ay isang polynomial. At dahil polynomial yan, then madali nating hanapin yung kanyang limit. At makukuha natin yon by evaluating it at the value of c. So, ang value ng limit na ito is 14. This time, we have a rational function. So, it is rational because it is a ratio between two polynomials. Ang tanong, pwede ba natin gamitin ang direct substitution? The answer is, hindi pwede. Dahil kapag in-evaluate natin yung function, magkakaroon tayo ng denominator na 0. So, ano kaya ang pwede natin gawin? What we can do is, isi-simplify muna natin yung given na function. We notice na the numerator can be factorized, and its factors are x minus 1 and x plus 1. And because we see x minus 1, both sa numerator at sa denominator, then pwede natin yon na i-cancel. Hence, we're left with the limit of the quantity x plus 1 as x approaches 1. Now, we're ready to perform direct substitution. Finally, the limit of our function is 2. Let's try this item. Here, we see that hindi pwede ang direct substitution dahil kapag pinalitan natin si x ng 0, our denominator will be 0. And if that happens, magiging undefined yung ating expression. Kung gagawa naman tayo ng table for approaching 0 from the left and approaching 0 from the right, we'll notice na the values of f of x sa table na ito ay paliit ng paliit, while sa table na ito, palaki naman ng palaki. Ibig sabihin, the limit does not exist. What if gawin kaya nating x square yung nasa denominator? In this table, palaki ng palaki yung value ni f of x. While in this table, ganun din, palaki ng palaki. And because of that, we will declare that the limit of f of x is positive infinity, which means it increases infinitely. And if we modify ng konti yung function, say we multiply it by negative 1, then ganito ang kanyang magiging form. At ang limit nito is negative infinity, which means the value of x decreases infinitely. Now take a look at this. Pwede kaya ang direct substitution? Again, hindi pwede dahil ang expression natin sa denominator is x minus 1. At pag pinalitan natin si x ng 1, then we'll have a denominator of 0. Then, magiging undefined yung ating function. But is there a way para ma-transform natin yung function? Yes, there is. At ang gagawin natin is, we will multiply the numerator by its conjugate. At ang conjugate ng square root of x minus 1 is square root of x plus 1. Kapag kasi minultiply natin yung dalawa, ang magiging sagot is x minus 1. So, wala na tayong radical expression. Pero, kung imumultiply natin yung numerator by such expression, ay kailangan gawin din natin yun sa denominator. And this is what we will obtain. Ngayon, pwede na bang i-perform ang direct substitution? The answer is yes. And if we'll do that, what we will get is 1/2. Our last stop will be the value of the following limits. At ang mga limit na ito ay very useful sa mga susunod na lessons natin. But for now, the question is, can we use direct substitution to evaluate each? Obviously, no, because our denominator is t, and t is approaching 0. And we don't want a denominator na 0. So, paano kaya natin evaluate ang mga to? The answer is, we will construct table of values. For sin t, this is what we have. At kita natin na yung ina-approach sa left ay equal sa ina-approach sa right. Hence, the limit of sin t over t as t approaches 0 is 1. By the way, kapag ang ating expression ay trigonometric, halimbawa sine or cosine, huwag nating kakalimutan na iset ang ating calculator sa rad mode. Dahil kung hindi natin isiset sa rad mode yung ating calcu, ay mali yung ating mako-compute. Okay. For this one, ganun ulit. Gagawa tayo ng table of values. And this is what we will have. And what do we observe? We observe that the limit as we approach 0 from the left is 0. At ganun din, if we approach it from the right, the limit is also 0. Hence, the value of this limit is 0. Lastly, we have this limit. At kung gagawin natin siya ng table of values, ganito ang ma-obtain natin. At kita natin na as we approach 0 from either left or right, pareho yung pupuntahan natin na value. And that is 1. Kaya naman, the value of this limit is 1. To wrap things up, kung babalikan natin yung main question natin for this tutorial video, pwede ba na gamitin ang direct substitution as a technique sa pag-evaluate ng limit? The answer is, pwede naman. But it does not always work. And in cases na it does not work, pwede nating itry muna na i-manipulate yung given na function. But what if hindi talaga natin ma-transform yung given na function? Then, wala tayong choice kundi mag-construct ng table of values. Dahil hindi ba doon naman nagsimula ang lahat? At dyan nagtatapos ang tutorial video na ito. Sana ay na-enlighten kayo about direct substitution as a technique for evaluating limits. Thanks for watching!